Hey there, today I'm going to show you how to install Raspberry Stretch onto a SD card for your Raspberry Pi. If you don't know what a Raspberry Pi is a single board computer, which is a computer that has everything it needs just on one board. And this is mine right here. This Raspberry Pi in particular, I think, is the Raspberry Pi 3B. I don't know if it's a B+, I can't remember. And the case is from a company called Zebra Virtue. I really like the way the case looked, and on top of that I have a Noctua 10mm fan in here. When I put this together, it was kind of a pain because the cord for the fan is really long, so I had to basically cram that wire inside of this little case, and if you can see, it's bowing a little bit. So if I was to make this again, I would probably use a fan with a smaller cord. I bought it maybe a year and a half ago, and I haven't really been using it much, so I had actually put Android on here. So right now this runs Android, but I wanted to turn it into a Steam Link. So I'm going to make a video on showing you how to make a Steam Link out of your Raspberry Pi, and a part of that you need to have Raspbian on it. So that's why I'm making this video showing you how to install Raspbian onto an SD card. If you do have a Raspberry Pi, which I'm assuming you do if you're watching this, if you bought one in a kit with an SD card, there's a good chance it already had Raspbian installed on it, since Raspbian is the go-to operating system that they use. So I'm just assuming that most Raspberry Pis already have it. But if you don't, if you're like me, you're someone who installed a different type of OS on it, then this video is for you. Now, with all that said, let's just go over to my computer and I'll show you how to install it. Alright, so now installing an OS on your Raspberry Pi is easier than ever. Before, when I had first bought my Raspberry Pi, the only way I knew how to flash things onto the SD card, through Linux at least, was through the command line. I'm sure there was programs for Windows, but the laptop that I'm using that has the micro SD card reader only has Linux on it, and my computer, I don't have that, and I don't have an adapter, so I'm using Linux for this video. But literally all you need to do is download this program called Etcher, and it's available for Windows, Mac, and Linux. So download Etcher. The only other thing you need to download is the actual image for Raspbian Stretch. And me personally, I just did Raspbian Stretch with desktop and recommended software. You can use whichever one, it doesn't matter. But when you download Etcher, you go to wherever you downloaded it, and then you extract that. It's going to be a zip file. You extract that zip file, and then you go to wherever you put the file. In my case, it's in my documents, and then you just run it. You just run it using the command line, which is // and then the name of the file. So, and then after that you hit enter to run it. It asks, should a desktop file for your computer be installed? You say yes. And now the program has started, and it's asking you to select the image. So when you download Raspbian Stretch, the image file, it's going to be in a zip file also. You need to extract that as well. The image that I use, the one with the recommended software, is fairly large. It's about 1.8 gigabytes. So when you extract that, it'll take a minute if you choose that one. I'm not sure how big the other files are, but That's just how it is for the one with the recommended software. And after you select the image file, you can see which device it's going to flash it to, and to make sure that's the right one, you can just open your file manager up, go to the SD card, right click on it, hit properties, and right there it says the name of it is FE4D-B7BC, and that's what it says right there. So this is the right storage device that I want to flash it on. And then literally all I do after that is just hit flash. And then you have to enter your password. And then it'll start to flash. And I'm going to pause the video and come back when it's finished. Alright, so it finished flashing and now it's just about finished validating it. Alright, so now it finished, so now I'm going to eject it from my computer, put it in my Raspberry Pi, and then we're going to boot into Stretch. Alright, so I'm just going to start it up real quick.
Grow old along with me, the best is yet to be. A death bought salvation, eternally your hand, held in adoration, through endless time by mine, MLG.
And there you have it. The new version of Raspbian is installed on the Raspberry Pi. So I'm not gonna lie, when I was not recording, I did start it up real quick, and it took much longer to boot into it, but the second boot, as you can see, took next to no time at all. Alright, so if you like this video, please like it, and if you are new to my channel, please subscribe, and have a great one.
This is what I'm feeling from the ground to the ceiling, running out of time with the prime line. I'm behind, I'm dry in the hindsight from a rope in the trees quiet. I need my own time. I need my own time.